Oh, g'day team. I'm just going to let you know. I really hope that that quality is good. Um, oh, it doesn't look too bad. Um, welcome everybody. Welcome. Um, uh, crikey, what's happened since we were last here? A lot. Let's just say that. Right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. Um, I am not on my iPad Pro, which my boy ended up smashing about a week ago. So I'm just waiting for a replacement. Um, Hence why we're on the phone. Um, Not bad. I just probably need to bring the screen in a little bit, but whatever. That's here nor there. That's something we can worry about at another time. And then I've got his little iPad Mini, which is really old, which I will be using to just make sure that we're going. But I don't know where I can find the comments and all those bits and pieces on here. So, yeah, that's just me currently, okay, trying to figure out life. Um, that's just me trying to figure out life. If I can figure it out, I will 100%. I think it's because I'm not subscribed on this one. So, yeah, a bit of a, look, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And no, I can't see everybody's comments, and I know that Robro will be, if he's here, he'll be having a good old yarn in amongst the team. So yeah, no, that's us currently. Apologies, but we will. Yeah, as I say, once I get this iPad back up and running, we'll be back in the game, back onto the role of what's happening. I'll just give you a little bit of a brief. I think for the next probably 3 or 4 live streams, we're probably going to do them at this time, okay? Only because we're in school holidays. My boy is here at home. Probably can't really get up at 5 in the morning in case he wakes up, and then he's going to be around the house by himself. Just trying to be responsible. So that's us, right? That's basically it, okay? But yes, there's plenty more content stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. It's a new year. There's a whole lot going on. Probably about as simple as I can put it. Okay. And as I say, this one here, quality might not be as good. I don't know. Obviously, the framing's not as great, but hey, we're here. We're here. We're on the machine. Okay. We're doing our thing. We're getting back into these fitness goals, whatever we want to do. I know I've got a lot to work on myself. But hey, that's us. Okay. So today, we are just going to get back into a nice, easy rhythm. Just going to do 30 minutes. Okay. Nice control, relaxation. Just working on all the bits and pieces that we want to start to, I guess, push the boundaries on in terms of getting out of that comfort zone. What we need to think about in terms of that continuous motion, never stopping, making sure everything just feels like it's flowing, and just the firing sequences. Okay, the sequence of how we need to make everything work. Okay, if we start to understand that and we get that better, we have a better chance of reaching our potential. Okay, and I always use that word potential because that's what we're trying to do. Okay. And so making sure what we're trying to do around the front, the smoothness, not grabbing, and then just levering that body back, okay? And we're going to be really focused on that hang that we want to get out the front and just allowing that body to just sit back through the stroke, okay? Feeling the feet first, and the feet start to push. We can feel the pressure against those feet as the legs start to open, which then drives that body back, okay? And then we're just able to really have that nice smooth finish, okay? If we really start feeling ourselves trying to give it extra at the finish, we haven't done it properly through the first part, okay? So those are just the little bits and pieces that we'll talk about as we do this today. Really get that good motion going. I know most of you guys are in the Northern Hemisphere, so you've probably been rather cold at the moment. I'm sweating and I haven't even started, okay? A beautiful summer down here. No, I shouldn't say that. Let's not get into this whole, oh, you're in good climate, I'm not. But man, it's good out down here at the moment, summer. Right, okay, but let's just rock and roll. Nice little bit of a warm up. Just get loose, get limber, and then we'll rip into it. Okay, so we only need a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, 3 or 4, 5, 6, whatever you need, and we'll just really get into that flow of what we need to in order to really push out this workout. Okay, so as always, just start by being loose. Don't worry about the pressure. Just feel nice and relaxed in our movements. Okay, always this first part of the workout, just especially in this warm up, I have horrifically bad flexibility in my ankles. Okay, believe it or not. And so, apart from a little bit of stretching, there's no way that I can get right up to start without working through just a little bit of pressure with that seat coming under and moving forward, getting that compression. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, fuck, we're really going to hurt ourselves. Okay? So if you have those bits and pieces yourself, really think about it. Could be at back, could be through the hips. Just nice and loose. Okay? Feel the hands in the chain. We don't need to be gripping it too hard currently, especially as we're warming up. Feel it in the fingers. Okay? Feel the chain, feel the recoil of your machine. Okay, this recoil is what really can help and make a difference between us working too hard and trying to get back to the front and actually just letting it happen, having that momentary pause of any effort that we're putting in, and we're just actually getting recoiled and drawn back by the machine itself. Okay? Really good. Okay, it's a nice rhythm, smooth, controlled, patient. Okay? So now I definitely know that my Achilles, my ankles are feeling good. I can get my seat right up underneath without losing my body, trying to reach for it. I feel comfortable with my length, okay, that elastic length. And that elastic length, you know, if we think about it in terms of the recoil and everything happening, it's no different than if I was to put the handle out the front and I'm just going to roll back to that position. Okay, we just roll back, and whatever point that is that you get to, okay, if you're not super flexible, it could be there. Okay, if you are super flexible, it could be right up into the housing. Doesn't matter. Okay, but it's identifying that yourself so that as we're focusing, we just roll back to that point. We don't have to think about getting to that point. We think about just rolling, oh, I'm there. Okay, and all of that helps with this natural compression, natural flow, nice, easy rhythm on that recovery. Okay, couple more. Boom, done. Okay, yeah. I still don't have chat. I think it's because I'm not signed into anything on Zach's iPad. So we won't have chat. I'm sorry, but that's okay. I'll see it all at the end. But at least we're going. Okay, so that's the main thing. Okay, so It's going to be a good roll. I'm going to absolutely break everything down today, okay, as we go through this. I'm going to break it right down, focus 30 seconds on this, a minute on this, okay? Really, really get right back into the nitty-gritty of it, okay? Simple, a little bit more rate, finish it just stepping up a little bit more, okay? That's it, real simple, okay? I just need to lock my door, just in case Zach walks in halfway and he tries to steal my phone. Boom, that's us. Right, quick drink. Quick drink, ready to go. Let's do a good workout together. Hot. Okay, here we go. Right, so let's set up the workout as always. Let's jump into these intervals. Select workout, new workout, intervals, time. Okay, let's take that first one up to 10 minutes. Put the rest time on 1, leave it flashing. Okay, so that we're all ready to rock and roll. And then when we're good, we're all into it together. Okay. Right, checkbox is done. Let's go. Okay, nice relaxation. Let's work into it. Once we're into it, find consistent pace, nice and steady. Don't need to overwork it, okay? Something where you probably couldn't hold a conversation, okay? I struggle a bit, but I manage it well. But that's where we should be. We should be focused, having to focus on our breathing. Otherwise, we're going to feel like we're shortness of breath. And we're working reasonably well, okay? Nice, consistent speed. Okay, here we go. Right, are you ready? Attention. Go. Okay. Just work this first few. Let's get the flywheel up to speed. Okay, find our rhythm in terms of our flow, our speed, and that ratio on the way forward and back. Okay. This recovery speed should feel like one motion. Shouldn't feel like there's parts that are quicker than others. Okay. Natural. One motion. Body compression. Puts the brakes on at the front. Okay. Nice. Okay. So let's focus on this hang. The most important part of being able to hold the posture is this ability to leave these arms out long, be connected to the machine, to ourselves, but not having to have effort to hold on, okay? Shouldn't feel like we have to like be tense in the muscles. Should be a hang tension. Okay? And if we've got a nice long hang under the armpits, down into the lats, we can really feel this movement, this flow. Okay? Feel our ratio again. We're making that machine move, and then we're nice and controlled, relaxed on this way forward. Okay? So while we're doing this, nice consistent rhythm, Think about our feet. We can feel the straps against our toes at the finish. And then as we use this core to start bringing the body forward, we've still got that little bit of pressure with the strap helping us get that body started to change the direction of where it's going. Okay, nice and smooth, holding the focus. And then once we start this roll, once we have this soft knee break, and we're looking for this one motion in, now you should feel the weight transferring almost to a point that, try it with me, if we've got this roll forward, once we've started rolling, you should be able to wiggle your toes, okay? There, just for a moment, okay? It's like we're suspended there, and then all of a sudden, we start to feel the weight back on the balls of those feet, okay? As the body starts compressing and bringing us into that front, to that position for the catch, okay? Nice. So for a few strokes, feel the finish. Flat wrists. We've swung the body well. We're going to feel those feet holding us in the shoe, okay? Perfect. Okay, nice. Good drive, good open the body. The straps helping hold us in that body position. Now, make sure these hands move around the finish, nice and flat. Okay, and now let's feel that transfer. As the hands lead out over the knees. Okay, the hands are moving at one pace. Okay, we want to try and get it as close as we can to this one speed here, okay? Okay, we've got a good rhythm here, tapping it along consistently, but we're searching for that extra efficiency and extra rhythm with the machine, okay? So, hands leading us forward, recoil. Now feel what those feet are doing through this recovery, starting to feel that load onto the feet, okay? That's good, okay? So now with that, let's feel this load into the front on the feet, which is what I call the break, the natural body compression. The body puts the brakes on for us, okay? We drop into the front, the seat, to a position that we just can't go any further from, okay? Right there. I can't go any further, okay? The only way would be if I tried to tuck my seat, okay? And then you get this going on, okay? Which is a You'll see a lot of people, they want to get more length to the seat. What it does is it brings the shoulders up, okay? Changes your hip structure and placement. Not super effective, okay? And ultimately the other way is trying to reach, means we dip down, just glide in, okay? Think about it, have a look at your knees, have a look at the seat, have a look at where the handle finishes. That's it, that's your length, okay? Your length, individualized. So now that we've got your length, your compression, let's try and make it really smooth in the turnaround, knowing that we don't have to go off the catch, okay? Knowing that the speed is built through the drive, let's just be smooth with this turnaround, okay? Pack up, leave the arms there, and just press away, okay? Both feet, leave the hands out long, leave them there, and push, okay? Press, nice and smooth, one motion, really good, okay? Last 30 seconds, really focus this right through down to the line, compress, hang, okay? Compress, hang, smooth, change, no grab. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, real good. Really, really lovely. Sweaty. Okay, so really good in terms of that pace. It's really getting that rhythm, the flow, the understanding of what's happening with our bodies, with our recovery, getting to that position naturally. Okay, we can do it here while we've got nothing, right? We can feel this thing wanting to pull us back. And that's why when we use that momentum and we just let ourselves get to that position, we get to our catch position without much effort at all, okay? Use the effort in the drive, not on the recovery. Right, here we go. So we've got 5 minutes at 20, and then we're just gonna speed it up a little bit. We're gonna move the hands and that body there just that little bit quicker, and that's gonna give us that 22 rate when we get to it, okay? So let's just get back into this rhythm and this groove first. Nice and smooth. Okay, while we're building ourselves back, think about our drive. Feel it. Does your drive feel like it's one motion? Does it feel like it's one movement to the back, or is there like a legs body? Is there a like legs body arms, or is it one motion? Can we be smooth with the sit back? Okay, that's what we want to try and work on here. So we'll get down to this 22 is how can we get this firing sequence and the biomechanics of the stroke to be one smooth, connected rhythm, okay? Nice and flat with the chain, okay? Really focus on this recovery, being super loose with the hands, okay? If I let this go, it goes straight back. So if your hands go down like this, it's not the machine, it's you, okay? So, yeah, small movements are nice. They create a motion that we can identify with in terms of this finish around, up around the catch. Okay, very much suited to on water stuff. But it does help. Okay, it is quite difficult to think about coming in and then being on the straight plane on the way back. Whereas a small motion there can help think about the connection. Okay, but the majority of this chain wants to stay nice and flat. Too much of this, it's just motion that we don't need to do. Okay. So if we're leaving those arms out long, when we compress and we push the legs and the legs drive the body there, okay? Legs pushing that body backwards as we sit back and the arms stay out long and the handle comes to us there. That last part when the body is just finishing off, okay? The acceleration's already happened. The flywheel has reached maximum RPM, and then all we're doing is maintaining the flywheel. Okay, we're holding our body and the structure and the posture around the finish. Okay, without really trying to go too far back or dipping. Use that core. Real good. Okay. Small changes for efficiency. If it fluctuates our speed on screen, identify why. Okay. So about to free it up. Remember, all parts of the stroke, 5%. Now, see? No, we didn't have to think about working harder. We just moved a little bit more freer. We got a quicker time on that recovery. Our leg speed has increased. Keep focused. Okay? Think about the speed of the legs driving this body rather than how heavy it is through the drive. Okay? Main goal. Keep the flywheel tapping. Keep it moving. Keep the rhythm. Okay, nice. Patient. Really good. Okay, hold the core. Let's focus it for a little bit. So we roll into the front. Make sure we're not dipping. Same at the back. We're not sort of coming down to the finish. We're nice and strong. We've got posture. We're stable. Really good. Let's feel this feet again as we compress into the front. Nice and smooth with this change. Okay? Yes, we have to change direction, but the flywheel is already moving. We've just got to be smooth with picking up the gear. That's why there's a take-up period here. Okay? It's very hard to get straight onto it. Okay? Super hard. But by the time we've done the first 6 to 8 inches, there, we've probably picked it up. Okay, nice. Okay, think about that. Smooth pickup. Flat chain. Natural compression. Okay, good. Excellent. Nice. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Coming down to this last minute. Breathe. Shake it out. Let's focus. Let's give it 22 really good strokes, okay? Here we go. Right, hang. Feel the feet. Nice long arms. Sit back. Okay, take up. Feel that body. You're driven by the legs. Yeah, nice. Patience. Nice relaxation in the body. Relax the face. And breathe. Good. Hang. Boom. Beautiful. Okay? Real good. Okay? We're working well. Shouldn't be working hard. Sorry. Working, we want to be working ourselves, but we don't want to be like, man, this is hard. This is a chore. Okay? Physically, yes. Heart rate's getting up. We've got to move with the machine. We've got to stay focused mentally and physically. Okay? But it shouldn't feel like a battle. Okay? Yes, sometimes it does feel like a battle when we're trying to get the focus right. We're trying to get the technique, all the bits and pieces. But if we can get that rhythm and that flow going together, us and the machine, okay, we can stay on top of the speed that we've created and just really tap it along. Right, here we go. Last piece, 5, 3, 2. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes here to go back and be patient to set ourselves up nice with the rhythm. Okay, go back over all those checkpoints. Hang is the first one. Patience. Feel the rhythm. One smooth return on the slide. Feel like it's one speed. Okay, have a check. Does it feel like it's one speed? Hand to the front. Last part is the natural break, okay? The compression. But we don't want to be quick and then slowing, or slow and too quick through there. One motion, okay? Rowing very much like swimming, like running, like on a bike, left and right. We don't go too quicker with one arm. On this here, yes, there's a slight ratio difference, but we still should be one motion, okay? The motion shouldn't have two goes, or like this. Each way, one motion, okay? Remember that we put our effort into drive to either maintain what we've created or to look for a little bit more. And then this recovery is all about how loose can I be? I need to hold my posture. I need to set up my sequence for my recovery to get myself in the best position to the most economical way so that I can find the most efficient drive. And then we do that on repeat. And if we pick the flywheel up smoothly, if we focus on this flywheel now with me, look at your numbers. Can we be consistent without any more effort? Be smooth. Focus the rhythm. Roll in. Feel the hang. Lovely. Okay. Feet coming under. Ankles. Natural flex. Let those heels naturally bend up a little bit. Okay. Feel the handle recovery. Feel it in the hands. Feel it against our fingers. Okay. The fingers have to hold it. Okay. Not too much choking the handle. If we're choking the handle, we might not be getting as much feel as possible. Okay. Especially on this recovery, should be able to feel what's happening with the handle. Feel the recoil. Nice. Okay. Good rhythm. So we've got a lovely platform here. I'm going to hold this rhythm. We're just going to increase the pace of it. We're going to tap it along. As efficiently as possible. Right, here we go. Now, okay, a little bit of extra movement speed has created extra speed on our splits. Okay, nice. Good motion. Good hang. Good rhythm. Okay, here it is. Now let's just tap it along. Okay, armpit hang down on those lats. Big muscle groups. Good. One smooth drive. Nice motion. Good. Okay. Nice rhythm. Control. Okay. Feel the drive, recovery. Drive, recovery. Feel as one with the machine. Smooth. Maintaining that flywheel pace is all we're trying to do. Okay, tap it along. Tap it along. Good. Good hang. Breathe through it. Relax the face. Okay, soft knee break. Think about it. Hands going over. Soft knees, roll forward. Okay, 5% again, all round, up to 24. Now, don't work harder. Don't focus on working harder. Think about the leg speed, recovery speed. Okay, good. Now, got a nice flywheel there. Keep focused on the one movement of the drive. Don't have second goes at anything. Flat wrists, flat arms, draw to the body. Good. 24 strokes left to go. Okay. Smooth around the front. Take up. Natural recovery. Compress. Nice. Good posture. Roll in to your compression point. Have a look. Okay. Bodies are set. Beautiful. Just like that, I'm a sweaty mess. Okay. Look at that technique. Not bad, Eric. Oh, hang on, that's a bit grabby at the front. We'll need to relax there. Oh, that's pretty good. Right. Lovely, team. Real good. Welcome 2024 live streams. Okay, just like that. Okay, we'll wind it down. Good paddle. Bring the heart rates back down naturally. Okay, nice. About the rhythm. We'll stretch it out a bit. Okay, but for now, just reset that menu. Okay, it's going to lock it back into your memory, your logbooks, okay, whatever you're following. Perfect. And we'll just patiently go about this cool down, active recovery. Okay, as always, I'll never stop harping on about it, honestly. I still see it to this day, people finishing workouts and they're like, oh, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to let the lactic acid pull around. And don't get me wrong, love stopping. It's great, right? You're like, oh, no more. But if you just kept moving a little bit more and you just help that oxygen get back into those muscles, you feel 10 times better. For 2 or 3 minutes of angry suffering, okay, you probably got 45 minutes out the other end of feeling better. Okay, when you stop and you just leave it, you're going to tie up and then you're going to feel awful. Okay, you're going to feel awful for that 45 minutes. Okay, but for now, it's a good steady workout. So all we have to do now is just get ourselves back into this rhythm. Okay, now while we're doing this, this is always a good opportunity to just feel a few things. Okay, one, piano fingers, feel the recoil. Okay, feel that chain. If this chain does not want to do that, don't do that at home. I can break machines, you can't. If it doesn't feel like it wants to do that, you need to put in a new bungee, okay? And as I say, I do feel like it is quite a necessity. Once a year, depending on how much you use it, could be more often. They're like $10, okay? You've got to do a bit of faffing around to put them back into the machine. I get it, they are a bit of a faff. There's videos for it. First time you do it, you'll get better at it. Okay, 2-person job, easy. What does it help do? Really helps this help you, okay? It helps this here, getting back, okay? If you didn't have it, what happens is that the chain just feels like it does that, okay? It doesn't feel like there's this draw back into the front, okay? And we really need that to help, because if we didn't have it, and it's like the dynamic machines, you know, it's like the dynamic rower with Concept 2 and stuff, that's a lot more having to use our bodies like we would in the roam on the water, okay, to do this and feel the feet come to us more than us go to our feet, okay, if that makes sense. So we have to have the bungee in to do it, okay. And what that does is it allows us that once we get back to this position, okay, we're strong, we've got our posture, and we create this momentum around here, this inertia of the drive back out to here. We've got this momentary piece of core stability where we come through, around, and then we're back onto the glide. Okay, once we get out to this, we should, like, if I was to lift my feet, normally, I can't do it because I'm not balanced. Okay, yes, I know this goes downhill a bit, but this here is pulling us at the same time. Okay, and so we create that momentum and then it allows us to come into the front. And as we go through those ratings, it makes it slightly easier and slightly easier. If we didn't have this recoil, we'd be trying to pull ourselves back with our shins, you know, with the hip flexors trying to pull, rather than us getting this inertia around and then gliding forward with the machine. Okay, so it's always something we've got to think about. Something that when we get it right, it means that if we're only using, you know, 10% of energy to create this inertia, to hold our body in a certain position to get back here, it means that we can use 90% on the drive, which is the thing that's actually giving us the numbers. But if we do it efficiently this way, which is a very, very crucial part, then we do have that ability to have a nice set-up position ready for that drive, okay? So always in the warm down, getting back into that position, going right back to what I was getting on and I got sidetracked on, is just feeling this, okay? Feel it now. We don't have pressure on. We're not pushing numbers. All we're doing is just rolling along, feeling the rhythm, okay? Getting the body back into that position, comfortable, job done, right? I feel 100 times better. Heart rate's dropped dramatically, okay? Just a completely different environment than I was 4 minutes ago, okay? And that's the key. So warm down, always very, very crucial. Always what we need to be doing well, okay? And we'll put that in as well, okay? No chat here because I don't think I'm a subscriber. So sorry about that, team. I'll next week I'll have everything set up again. Just, yeah, it is what it is. It's just how it's happened. Never mind, okay? But yes, great workout, okay? Very good one. As I said, I struggled there for a little bit. You probably heard me a few times when I was sucking back the air because I was like, oh, I'm going to start chatting too much. And then, yeah, very short breath. But hopefully we broke that down enough. Gives you all of those parts, you know, and that's one thing I think is when I do it and I'm talking about it, I'm like, holy shit, there's so many things that we need to think about. There's so many different feelings around different motions, around different parts of the stroke. You know, when you break it all down, if you were to write a list of all of them, you'd have this fucking thing about this long. And you'd be like, man, how am I going to... And yes, you can't think about them all at the same time. Okay, and it is a good it's a good tool to understand that when you're on the machine, when you're doing it by yourself, focus on parts for periods. Okay, go right for the next 20 stroke, next minute, next 2 minutes. Let's go to the next 2 minutes. Really focused on this rhythm off the back, the smoothness and how I'm getting to the front. Yep, and you focus on it, you think about little parts of it and you break that part down. You're like, it's pretty good. Okay, and then the next part, you're like, oh, actually, now I'll work around the front. So, well, you're sort of not forgetting what you're doing around the back, but it's also hard to go, oh, around the back, come forward, back a little bit into the front, on my feet, blah, 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 blah. So you can't think about it quick enough because we're already at the front. So then it's just like still focusing that back part, but into here. And time will fly by, okay, because you just focused on that. You're looking at the numbers in the middle of your screen and you're like, yep, I'm holding 2 10s, whatever. And you're like, yeah, perfect. And then you're like, oh, there's a 209. Oh, that's quite easier. I'm holding it, managing it. Oh, now it flickers. It doesn't matter. Okay, but that's the effect of what you're trying to do. And then it's breaking the next part down and be like, right, now I'm going to think about the hang. Around the front, you hang, swing, hang. Okay, perfect. Yeah, oh, that feels better. There's no double movement. I don't feel like I'm giving it that extra little bit with the shoulder. You know, all of those bits and pieces. And so that's the thing, is we break it down in little parts, okay? Can't cover the whole stroke in one go, okay? It is absolutely impossible to think about all the parts that we need to be thinking about to do it. And this is where, and then I keep harping onto it, about this continuous motion. The continuous motion is absolute key. If we're stopping, starting, if we're jerky at any parts, that type of thing, we're just not able to get ourselves to that potential. Okay, and that's what it's about. Okay, so just being really nice, good smoothness, good relaxation, good rhythm. That's the idea. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, sorry about the chat today. I'll see all the comments when I grab my phone. But thank you very much for tuning in. First session of 24, as I said. I think we'll probably be doing at least another 3 at this 8:30 time. Well, it's 8:30 New Zealand time. You guys are around lunchtimes, bits and pieces. Just because I got my boy, he's with a babysitter at the moment. It's easy to manage, etc. Just the 5 a.m. stuff's just a little bit tight with having to leave him inside. Don't think anything bad going to happen, but you know what it's like. Your kids are at 12. Legally, you're not really meant to leave them alone. So that's us. Okay, so for the next little while, we'll do these 8:30 with this time segment, and then we'll start breaking back into some of the early stuff, so that we're all go. Okay, So that's it from me. Okay. Keep up the good work. I hope you had a great break. Keep focused on what you're trying to do. Remember, if you've got goals coming up, if you've got different bits and pieces, I think it would be something cool for us to do a little bit more. Where send us some things on the chat. Send me a DM on my Instagrams or whatever. Because if you're working towards something and you'd like to do something or whatever, I can give you a few tips and bits and pieces. But we could also throw in a couple of workouts in here that could help out. Okay. And I know that everybody's doing different things, but I think the mix of what we get on the stream has been very good, and we will continue doing that. Okay. Putting different bits in place, shorter stuff, faster stuff, high rating, low rating, interval this, blah, 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 whatever. And some good focus things as well. We'll go back and we'll start doing some more power stroke things again. We might actually start doing some speed stuff as well. So we haven't done them for ages. We did them as those power stroke sort of sessions where we went up and down with all the numbers and then back down to the bottom. But we might do some stuff where we do some power stuff for the first bit, some really quick speed stuff in the middle, some middle stuff like around our thing to finish. As I say, there's so much that we can do on this. There's so much that we can do on this. And it is getting that variety, but also using it to how you need to use it. Okay, whether this is just for fitness, okay, whether this is for weight loss, whether you're actually wanting to give this a good crack, maybe you're wanting to do some competitions, whatever. It's all part of it. There's goals that you want to hit, goals that we want you to hit as well, and that's why we're here helping you out. Okay, so thank you very much from me and the Sensei team. Until next week, stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and keep up good work. Right, peace out. Cheers, team. I better go get a mop. Bloody hell, it's hot. Oh, don't you just love summer? Cheers, team.